dum 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 dum. Oh, excuse me, miss. Yes? Do you happen to know the way to the University of Edinburgh? I'm quite lost. Oh yes, miss. It's just 4 miles up the road. What brings you to the university? My husband is a professor there. Oh, darling, what an absolute coincidence. I'm here visiting my son, who's studying at the university this semester. Oh, that is fine. What is he studying? Mental philosophy. I know it's quite a strange study. I don't really understand it myself, but I don't know, it's something quite enlightening is happening in this city nowadays. You know, people are calling this place the hotbed of genius. Tell me, darling, what is your husband's name? I'll have to ask my son if he's ever had him as a professor. Oh, his name's Adam Ferguson, but, people just call him Fergie. Oh, I must ask, do you know of any places to get a good cup of tea around here? Oh, hi, ma'am. There's a fine cafe. It's called the Loch Ness Monster Cafe. Say, I'm actually walking that way right now to meet a friend. We can walk together if you like. Oh, that would be wonderful. You know, my name is Isabel, if you wanted to know, and walk with me and just talk and know that we know that each other's names are what they are. Oh, yes, ma'am. My name's Catherine. It's very nice to meet you. Oh, it's nice to meet you as well, dear. So, tell me more about your husband's studies. Maybe it will help me better understand my son's studies. Oh, yes, of course. I could just give you his whole biography. Adam was born in Logie, Scotland, and he was a member of the Scottish Common Sense School of Philosophy. He attended the University of St Andrews, and eventually he became a professor of natural, moral and mental philosophy at the university. So, actually, yes, he probably does know your son. Oh my, that's wonderful, dear. Yep, and he's most interested in social interactions, actually, and sociology. His most famous work was called The Essay on the History of Civil Society. It's basically all about the social, economic, and the intellectual and legal changes that society had to make because the world was getting all commercially and manufacturing, and so it really just affected a lot of things. And you probably don't even realise it, dear Isabel. Oh my gosh, you're right. I really didn't realise or think about all the implications. Yes, that is so fascinating. Oh wait, do you know if he knows about English common law? It's been a really, really relevant issue recently. Oh yes, he actually loves it, come to think of it. He's always talking about the spontaneous order of things. He says that societies and governments come about naturally as a result of human action, but not human design. And so he says that the government's role in social and economic affairs is only to protect people. The planning of institutions, policies and programs like they have in the English common law should be limited as it has a propensity to cause harm. He held that the responsibility instead rests on individuals like you and me to preserve institutions, since it is through the actions of the collective that institutions are formed. Oh my gosh, he really knows so much. My son must be getting such a good education. Oh yes, he's a big proponent of the things he believes in. He's always telling both of us all of it. Anyway, I think we're at the cafe now. Oh, Cecile, it's so good to see you. Oh, it is good to see you as well, Kathleen. And who's this that you're bringing? This is my friend Isabel. Her son attends the university. Oh, it's so very nice to meet you. And what brings you to Edinburgh? Oh, I have a summer house here. I normally am from Paris, though. Oh my, a summer house in Edinburgh, and you live in Paris? What a luxury! And what is wrong with a little luxury? I think luxury is wasteful. Oh, wasteful? No! Luxury is art. You know, ladies, my husband, he's always talking about luxury. I would agree with you, Cecile. He believes that the acquisition of luxury is necessary for sponsoring art and refinement. Ultimately, though, he thinks morality and markets do not oppose one another, and they can actually be mutually enriching. Well, does he find it sinful ever? to be excessively luxurious. I mean, not intrinsically, but he does think it can be evil if the reason one desires it comes from a vice like vanity or greed or gluttony. He believed that vice ultimately transcends culture, and so people will always be exposed to the risk of abusing luxury. But what determines what is luxury? What might be excessive luxury to Isabel may just be luxury to me. Well, he defines luxury as whatever one is not accustomed to. He believes that it's relative, since the value of an object depends on the culture of the people, the time, and other things like the standards of living and just the location, you know. I mean, so yeah, it's different for you, Cecilia, than it would be for my friend Isabel here. That is absolutely fascinating and very, very enriching to know. If you guys want to know more, Fergie is giving a talk on the nature of luxury tomorrow evening, and he's offering extra credit, and there will be pizza. Oh, I will definitely be there for that. Well, we should really get ordering. What do you guys want? I want whatever is the greatest luxury here. And what is the specialty? Oh, well, the specialty here at the Loch Ness Cafe is certainly the giant squid. Let's have it then. I want it. Oh, that is so much. It is so big. Gobble down, ladies. Oh, no, this has to be excessive luxury. Yes. Well, we've got to get eating because I've got to get home and get back to the 8 children that me and Fergie have together.